I would rather be the Pistons right now than the Brooklyn Nets.
You got a young nucleus growing together.
He's got the salary cap straight. He's got players coming up. We're not like taking on old contracts. You can feel the momentum building with this team. Oh, God, look at that picture. Oh, my God. Pistons putting in work. Troy Weaver doing those Dreamweaver things. Let's see. We're finalizing the buyout of Kemba Walker. And then yesterday, we signed Marvin Bagley to a 3-year, $37 million deal. And then, of course, we got Kevin Knox for 2 years at $6 million. But I really want to focus on the Bagley signing because, to me, I think he got the right guy at the right price. We were talking about this last week, or 2 weeks ago, I think, here, right on the bottom line. And we were kind of debating, where should Bagley be? Is he a max player? Not really a max player, but about $10 million a year is where you want to get him at. And we paid a little bit over that, but the potential is there. And you saw just having Bagley on the floor for Cade Cunningham, the lob option alone. Take away everything else from Marvin Bagley's game. Just the fact that he can roll to the rim and catch those lobs from Cade Cunningham, who's getting double-teamed more than anybody else in the league as a rookie last year, it helps the offense open up.
Oh, yeah, he's a dynamic athlete. I mean, you've seen the chemistry that they had last year, and you see the potential there. They didn't – you know what? I don't even think they overpaid for him that much. I mean, you got to overpay a little bit to get guys of his talent to even come here or stay here. Obviously, he is familiar with the city now, and he loves the way that the coaching staff is helping him develop. I will say this, though. I think the Bagley signing probably signals a Kelly and Olynyk trade at some point because – they got a log jam right now in that front court, and then you also too they need to go out there and get another shooter on the wing. So I'm thinking at some point you could expect probably Kelly and Olynyk to get moved because you're not. I mean, you got Durant in there, you got Bagley already locked in. You got Nerlens Noel. Yep. He's going to be a body. Stewart, you're probably going to rotate him somewhere between the 5 and the 4. So yeah, I think Olynyk's going to be the odd man out.
He's the highest paid Piston right now by about 0.3, well, 300,000 right now over Bagley. So I do think he will be moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I like Olynyk, but him being injured last year at the beginning of the season, like we missed that veteran leadership, and then just this literally turned into let the kids go out there and like learn and grow. So Olynyk, as much as I liked him on the team, I'm not gonna miss him when he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, he's another one of those guys where it's like, well, if he's healthy, he could be good for the offense. But if you're going to be playing that game, might as well just go ahead and play with the younger guys and let them go out there and develop. And I'm just curious to see what it's going to look like.
Right. Do you like the Bagley signing though?
I love the Bagley signing. I think that, he has some injury concerns. But if he's able to stay healthy, you're getting a guy with such potential. He's only 23 years old. You're basically having another lottery pick on the roster because he was the second overall pick in his draft. So
right.
You got a young nucleus growing together, and you're not having a lot of guys on contracts where you can't move on from them.
Right.
And so you just got to really just tip your cap to Troy Weaver. In 3 short years, he's just overhauled the damage done by Stan Van Gundy, and just their future's bright
on every level too. He's got the salary cap straight. He's got players coming up. We're not like taking on old contracts. We're not treading water just to get knocked out of the first round of the playoffs. Like you can feel the momentum building with this team, and it definitely feels good. And when you look at the roster now, look at the starting 5. I feel like we're gonna get to a point where everybody on our starting 5 has been a top 5 pick. I mean, right now, you have Bagley, you have Cade, you have Ivy. Those 3 already top 5 picks, and that seems to be what Troy Weaver is doing. He's just accumulating all these guys who had huge potential early on. Maybe didn't work out with the situation that they're in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to work out in the NBA, period.
And another thing I do like that he's doing is he's just letting these guys go out there and develop, and he's building his own home. He's trying to do his own homegrown talent, something like what Golden State did, what the Oklahoma City Thunder did, where he came from. Get your own guys in there and be able to be in a position where you're drafting good and being able to retain those guys. Right now, where the Pistons are, they do not need to be going out and overpaying free agents. They just really don't, because then you're going to be back in the position they were in a couple of years ago. You're treading water within the 6th to 8th seed, and then you're getting bounced out in the first round. That is over and tired with. go ahead and draft correctly, get superstars. You now have a potential superstar backcourt in Cade and Ivy. Build around that.
Yeah, I thought Adam actually had a really great quote yesterday, and it's true. I would rather be the Pistons right now than the Brooklyn Nets.
Absolutely.
And the Brooklyn Nets have KD and Kyrie.
For the moment.
So that says a lot about where we believe the Pistons are going, though, right? You know, they have what we want, but they're definitely in a tailspin going away. We want those star players here, but we have the potential. They've already seen what their potential can be, and it is not where it should be. And that leads me to the question: give me a percentage of the Pistons getting Kevin Durant. I've been around here. Everybody's been beating me up for the past week because I think we could still get Kevin Durant. I think we got enough guys that are expendable. Oh, God, look at that picture. Oh, my God.
Who are you getting rid of?
Everybody but those three. And I'm good.
I'm going to be on. Okay, so look.
Joe Dumars said there's no sacred cows on this team.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, God, man.
To get Kevin Durant coming to the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin Durant coming.
Has about a 0% chance.
Don't do that
happening.
to me, Corey. Don't do that to me.
0%.
Why are you doing this?
Here's the thing. Yesterday, the Brooklyn Nets said that they were not entertaining any trade from the Phoenix Suns that did not involve Devin Booker.
Right, but they can't trade for Devin Booker. Was Andrew Jonah telling you about that?
Oh, yeah, that's
he's
what
part of that
said.
clause with Ben Simmons that you can't trade.
So, again, they're out on that. They're not going to get Bam Adebayo. So, when you're the Brooklyn Nets and the Detroit Pistons call your phone asking about Kevin Durant, the first thing they're going to ask for is Cade. They're going to ask for Ivy. And then that's when, and before they even get Ivy's name out of there, off the fact they said Cade, Troy's probably going to hang up the damn phone. There's no scenario where Kevin Durant comes here where the Pistons don't give up Cade, Ivy, a whole bunch of picks and all of that. And I wouldn't give up Cade. I wouldn't give up any of their young talent that they just drafted, like Cade, Ivy, Durant. Durant maybe, but Cade or Ivy, hell no. I'm hanging up the phone. I might not even get my hopes up and get myself played to call them and ask them, because you already know what they're gonna ask for.
So you think Ivy's already that cemented into the Pistons where we can't even entertain trading him for Kevin Durant?
Ivy, here's the thing.
I'm gonna talk you into this, Corey. I'm gonna talk you into this.
You can't talk me into this. I think right now that with Kevin Durant and his just baggage and everything that is going on with him, I don't see the Pistons trying to nuke it right now. I think they're going to try to go ahead and build this thing up there themselves, so where they can have guys that can. They're maybe not going to be on the level of Kevin Durant's level of a superstardom, but I think they're right now focused on building their own. Kevin Durant is a guy who said that he wanted to go. I guess he wanted to go out and go do it on his own.
Yep.
Go to Brooklyn. Brooklyn didn't work. Now he's requesting a trade, and the two top teams on his trade list are the best teams in each conference last year. So you're gonna have that guy come over here with a young nucleus. He's gonna torch their mindset. I'm sorry, I'm staying away from him.
I'm sorry,
unless they're willing to take something like Bay, Stewart, and some of those other guys.
Bay, Stewart, Noel, 3 first
those
round
guys,
picks.
yeah, but they're gonna want Cade or Ivy.
And I love Bay, Stewart, and all them. Listen, I love those guys. I love them as Pistons. So don't think this is me just ushering them out the door. I wouldn't do that for anybody else but Kevin Durant. But I think if you got to shoot your shot, right? If you're seeing a hot girl at the bar that you know is damn near gonna shoot you down 100% of the times, guess what? There's that one time she may say yes, and then you get her, and now she's on the roster, baby.
And also, too, what is Kevin's health going to be like?
That's a question.
That's up and down.
They're not ready, guys. They're not ready.
I'm ready.
They're not ready yet.
I'm ready.
It's okay. It's all right to dream. They're not ready.